Alright, what is up guys? It's the Kid 50 and welcome back to Destiny Theories. Now today we're going to finish up the Vault of Glass by going over the Grimoire cards. Now we're just going to go over the Grimoire cards I have. I actually don't have the Gorgon card, but we're going to start off with the Vault of Glass card. Alright, I'm going to read the description and then after I'm finished I'm going to explain basically what this card means. His name was Kabr. He wasn't my friend, but I knew and respected him as a guardian and a good man. He fought the Vex alone. This destroyed him. In the time before he vanished, he said things that I think should be remembered. These are some of them. In the vault, time frays and a needle moves through it. The needle is the will of Atheon. I do not know the name of the shape that comes after the needle. No one can open the vault alone. I opened the vault. There was no one with me, but I was not alone. You will meet the Templar in a place that is a time before or after stars. The stars will move around you and mark you and sing to you. They will decide if you are real. I drank of them. It tasted like the sea. That is all I can remember. Pahanin. So basically, this really confirms what I was talking about in my earlier theory of Pahanin being with Kabr in the Vault of Glass. Now, we're going to break this down starting from when Pahanin's talking about what Kabr says. Alright, so the first thing that Kabr says is, in the vault, time frays and a needle moves through it. The needle is the will of Atheon. I do not know the name of the shape that comes after the needle. Now, I think this is going to be a reference to several different things. The first one is the description for Atheon's epilogue. The description of Atheon's epilogue talks about how Atheon is dead and the writer now holds the pen. And it's kind of suggesting that you really hold the pen, considering that it's the description for Atheon's epilogue. Alright, we're going to go into the next part. No one can open the vault alone. I opened the vault. There was no one with me, but I was not alone. So basically this part I feel like refers to how Kabr's team was erased by the oracles. Now, basically this means like, Kabr had the memory of him and his team running into the Vault of Glass. But now that they don't exist, that memory is slowly fading away from him. So he feels as if he was alone and they were never there. But he still has that memory that they were there. You will meet the Templar in a place that is a time before or after stars. The stars will move around you and mark you and sing to you. They will decide if you are real. Now this, I feel like, refers straight back to the oracles. If you've ever seen the oracles, they're basically just like these blocky kind of structures that are shining very brightly. So I think that Kabr was referring to them as stars in this instance. Now he talks about how they would decide if you are real or not. This is basically, as explained, their power to, basically blink you out of existence. Alright, and the last thing he says is, I drank of them. It tasted like the sea. Now, I don't really know what to make of this. I'm guessing that he is talking about him killing them and, guessing, just the explosion that they make. Alright, now let's move on to the next card, which is Relic, the Aegis. These are the last words of Kabr, the Legionless. I have destroyed myself to do this. They have taken my ghost. They are in my blood and brain. But now there is hope. I have made a wound in the vault. I have pierced it and let in the light. Bathe in it and be cleansed. Look to it and understand. From my own light and from the thinking flesh of the Vex, I made a shield. The shield is your deliverance. It will break the unbreakable. It will change your fate. Bind yourself to the shield. Bind yourself to me. And if you abandon your purpose, let the vault consume you as it consumed me. Now it is done. If I speak again, I am not Kabr. Alright, now let's start breaking this down. He says, I have destroyed myself to do this. They have taken my ghost. They are in my blood and brain. But now there is hope. So basically, this is really just talking about how, when he's in the vault, he loses his ghost after his team has left him. I have made a wound in the vault. I have pierced it and let in the light. Bathe in it and be cleansed. Look to it and understand. So this part is related to more than one thing. Now, I feel like this is related to the Templar room, the Templar's well, where in the middle, if you get hit by a fanatic, you get marked for negation. So you run into the middle and you're cleansed, and it's a big light, a pool of light basically. So this is what I believe that it really is, the light that he let in. But some people also believe that there is something hidden in the throne room with Atheon that has something to do with light being, coming into the bottle of glass. From my own light and from the thinking flesh of the Vex, I made a shield. The shield is your deliverance. It will break the unbreakable. It will change your fate. So this is basically right where he talks about how he made the shield out of the Gorgon and his own light. And, you can use it. You use it in 2 parts of the raid, during the Templar and during the final boss fight. Bind yourself to the shield. Bind yourself to me. And if you abandon your purpose, let the vault consume you as it consumed me. So basically, this is what happens when you use the shield. You gain, that power of the Vex and his light. All right, now, his final line also tied into another theory, which I'm going to talk about in a second, but first we're going to explain it in the context of the Vault of Glass. Now it is done. If I speak again, I am not Kabr. So really, I think this has to do with when you're in the Atheon boss fight. Why would Atheon teleport you to the shield, the thing that he knows is going to ultimately be his end? I really believe that the person teleporting you in this instance is Kabr. And when you finally kill the oracles in the past or the future, whichever one you've been sent to, it says guardians make their own fight in text. So how he says, if I speak again, I'm not Kabr. I feel that this is Kabr directly speaking to you after giving you, the power to be able to use your super very quickly. All right, now that's about it for the Grimoire cards. But now we're going to move on to the second theory of this video, which is going to be Kabr relating to Xur. Now, as I said, the last line of the second Grimoire card, Relic the Aegis, he says, now it is done. If I speak again, I am not Kabr. I feel like this also relates to Xur, because Xur is an agent of the Nine, and the Nine are basically Jovians, which are, people on Jupiter. And I feel like, how he has the tentacles and stuff coming out of his face, that he's been taken over by the darkness. And how Kabr lost his body, and, now he's just light. I feel like that's could possibly be Xur, because Xur makes a lot of strange quotes, like, I don't have them on hand, but they relate into him saying, I am not myself, like he doesn't feel like he's himself and stuff like that. So maybe it really is Xur's body just taken over by the Jovians. All right, well, that's about it for this video. And I will see you guys when I see you guys. Peace out.